So within this section, we're going to talk about how to install Apache on the Linux platform. These techniques will hold true on most Linux and Unix-based platforms, including the Macintosh. So if you're wanting to learn how to do this, this would be your section. Apache comes with most Unix and Linux distributions, so it may already be installed as part of your Linux installation. You can check this by typing one of these commands, the httpd -v or /user/sbin/httpd -v, and I'm going to demonstrate that now by changing to my terminal. And you'll see here that I'm running Apache 1.3.33, and this is on the Macintosh, so you'll notice that I'm using Darwin here. But you may want to install a different version of Apache than the one that came with your distribution, especially if you're wanting to try out some new features that are on a newer version than what came with your system. Generally, Apache requires around 50 megabytes of space to install. It's very small as programs go these days. There are two primary ways to install Apache on Linux. These are packages and source code. Packages are also known as precompiled binaries. They will be a lot easier to install, especially if you're new to this sort of thing, but it is a generic configuration. Whereas source code requires more work, but it is more powerful. And if you go through the source code, you generally gain a better understanding of the configuration of the individual pieces that come along with the program. Please note that installing Apache on Linux does require root privilege to install. You can gain this by logging in as root. Definitely not recommended. We do not ever encourage you to log in as root directly. We would rather you use the su or sudo commands to log in as a user and sudo, quote unquote, to a root privilege. We also recommend that you immediately disconnect from the internet after installation until your server is secured. It is amazing how fast that you can be attacked with a unpatched, unsecured web server hanging out there.